Hello buddy, Crow here, and I wanted to make a quick video, Crow Extra video, about the Midwest Gaming Classic. I was there yesterday. It was April 12th. Today is April 13th. Technically the show is still going on, but I usually only go for one day. I'm currently editing and compiling the video that I shot while I walked around. I only took about half an hour worth of video. It was a lot more open than it had been in years past. They expanded the area. There was a huge tent area where all the vendors were now instead of being inside. So that opened up the area. So I think there were more people there than in years past, but because there was more open area and more hotel space, it wasn't as crowded as last year. And that was a really good thing. I did bump into a couple YouTubers. First person I bumped into was Wooden Gamer. He was actually, I knew he was going to show up there. He'd been messaging me beforehand. And he was actually the first person I saw. And that's not too surprising since he's well over 6 foot. And he's a big guy. You can't miss him. And, you know, he was walking around. He's going to have some footage up. I'm going to link to his channel because I know he's going to have some videos up. And when I do see those videos up on his channel, I'll put specific links to those videos in the description below, as well as the video I'm going to have up. I'm going to have the links to all the descriptions, not descriptions, but links to all the videos of the Midwest Gaming Classic from YouTubers that I know of. I just have to know what, they just have to post them first, I guess. So Wooden Gamer, he actually had a GoPro he was wearing around on his head, so that would be pretty interesting. I'm sure I'll show up in his videos. Also Ed, ED exclamation point, or Ed 1138, however you know him as. I bumped into him at the vendor area. The vendor area was like the first area we went to. It was in the big giant tent area. Ran into him and his son Lance, and we talked for a while. And then we kind of went. Everybody kind of went on their own ways because in the vendor area, I kept bumping into Wooden Gamer as well. And then I was like, well, we'll probably bump into each other throughout the day because it was early. It was like 10 o'clock, 10:30, and I was going to be there as late as I could be. You know, it closed at about 8 o'clock at night, I guess. I wound up leaving at around 6:30 or 7, which is still a lot later than I normally would spend there. But what was interesting was we never bumped into any of them again. And then Ed kind of messaged me through Facebook, and I happened to see it on my phone. I just happened to be looking up my database on my phone, 4 minutes after he sent me a message. Otherwise, I would have never known. Saying, "Hey, if you left, I'm sorry you had to leave." And I'm like, "No, I'm still here." And I kind of tracked down where him and Wooden Gamer were, and then we talked for a while. So good times. So him and Ed 1138. Another YouTuber I bumped into was actually Gamester81. Not like he knows who I am, but I was actually filming and I saw him and I kind of shouted, "Hey, Gamester!" And actually, let's roll that clip right now. It's really quick clip. Hey, Gamester.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nice meeting you. Seeing you on YouTube.
Thank you, man.
And yeah, that was pretty much it. I saw Gamester with his camera and whatnot throughout the day. So look for some footage from him. I know he's going to have some footage up there, obviously. There were a couple other YouTubers I know that were there. I say couple, but I can't remember everybody. Only one I really remember. Actually, there were two that I kind of knew about. Retro NES Hunter, I know for sure was there, but I never ran into him. So I'm sorry I didn't bump into you. I didn't see you. It's a big place. There were a lot of people there. And I'm kind of looking at the footage rendering over there while I'm talking. But I'll put some links up to his videos. I'll put a link to his channel as well. I don't know about Sam from the Survival Review. I heard he may have been going, but I don't know for sure. So, Sam, if you happen to watch this video, let me know. And if you do have footage, I'll put a link to that in the description, in this video's description below. Other than that, let me jump cut to think if I'm forgetting anything. So yeah, the show in general, it was pretty much the same stuff they always had there, only bigger. The vendor area, all the vendor stuff was pretty much out in a tent, but then there were a couple rooms still where they had some vendors set up. It was kind of interesting, the vendors being outside in a big giant tent, because early in the day we did have a downpour and some of the water was coming through the vendor areas, and it kind of led to a lot of worries that some of the stuff would get ruined. But luckily it didn't rain too much during that day. Just a little downpour in the beginning of the day. In fact, in some of my video, you can see that the ground is kind of wet there. Windy Gaming, I did buy a bunch of stuff from them. In fact, I actually went there with $400 in my wallet, and I spent 2 hours. When I first showed up there, went to the vendor area first, and I spent 2 hours there, almost 2 hours. It was lunchtime by the time I was done with the vendor area, and I had spent like over $350 there that first trip. And then by the end of the day, I had $2 left in my pocket. And a lot of it, you know, in fact, a lot of it, and that's what I'm going to say, is I'm going to have a pickups video for all this stuff, but I have to play it all first. And I bought a lot of stuff. In fact, like, here's just a sampling of, these are the Famicom games that I bought. And I bought a lot of these not even knowing what they were. I was like, hey, that looks kind of cool. I'm kind of interested in that. Some of these I did know what they were. Some of them I didn't know what they were. Some of these I don't even know what the names of them were. They just looked really cool. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. They were really cheap. A lot of these were only like $3 to $5 each. So how can I pass that up? You know, I bought some, for the first time ever, I never had Super Famicom games. I have some Super Famicom games. I did buy a Super Famicom from Windy Gaming. I'll save the rest of the stuff for an actual pickups video. But I do have, if you want to see exactly what I bought before the pickups video, if you go, and if you're into Facebook, I do have a Facebook page, Crow, CROOOW111. I have a Facebook page there, and got pictures of all this stuff there if you want to see exactly what I get before I do a pickups video. I just don't know when that pickups video will be because I'm busy, and next weekend is Easter. I don't know how busy I'm going to be for that. But yeah, then they get the, moving on to what I'm remembering, that tournament areas, big giant pinball hall with arcade machines. They said they had over 250. I think that was a lot more than last year. They had that where the vendor area used to be. And then, of course, there was downstairs area with other sections, groups, and Galloping Ghost was there. Star World's arcade with Pac-Man Pat was there. They had all their own tournaments too. I didn't really join any tournaments. By the end of the day, I was just exhausted. 2-hour drive there, 2-hour drive home. I think I've covered pretty much everything. So again, I'll have a video coming up shortly after this one with my kind of walkthrough guerrilla style. Again, met a lot of YouTubers, and by lot I mean 2 in Gamester81, and that was just a, hey, Gamester, watch you on YouTube, handshake, the end. But yeah, good times, getting better every year, I think. So we'll leave it at that. Thanks everyone for watching. See you all next time. Bye.